Okay. Woo. Paramore. I really love Paramore. I'm gonna let this play for a little while long. I really enjoy it.
You enjoy Haley. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I mean she's the vocals, of course. Yeah, I mean
I mean, you enjoy her.
she's really cool. I like her a lot. I don't know what all the tattoo choices are about. Not that I hate tattoos, but I mean I don't know. Just some of the placement. You know what I'm saying? Do you agree? Do you disagree with that, Sam?
I think she looks great. Like, I don't know. I like tattoos, so I mean, I'd cover my body in them if I could afford them. So,
Yeah, I mean the tattoos that you chose are pretty good too. But anyway, uh, welcome back to starting a riot. I've been really excited to do the second episode because I had so much fun the first one. Actually, the first episode got a lot of great response on YouTube anyway. And I think SoundCloud, the iTunes as well. But not only like just when you thought that Sam was all the personality that we need, we have another guest with us today who is just as fun and just as awesome and exacerbates Sam's awesome, qualities of her personality and vice versa. Awesome is kind of a word I could use, but I don't know if it. You guys will see as we do this podcast, but you both are a lot of fun, and I'm glad I got both of you on here. How you doing, Julie?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. I heard like some bottle there. Are you drinking during this podcast?
No, I had put myself on mute while you were
Uh,
introing because I didn't want like any background noise to interrupt you.
if it was a
See-
bottle, it might have been me.
See, because Julie,
Same.
Julie, Julie, Julie is more professional than we are, Sam, the host of
Well-
this podcast.
You know, I have had a hell of a week, so I'm like, I need
Tell
a drink.
me about it.
I
Tell
need
me
a
about it.
drink.
Right?
But-
I had to have my arm operated on a little bit yesterday, so I'm like,
Oh, seriously?
yeah, it wasn't like super major. It was sort of a minor procedure, but like, I hate going in there and getting that shit done. And like, I'm still like, I'm kind of slightly like my arm is sort of sore still, so I'm like, I'm gonna have a drink.
Sam, you
'cause-
nonchalantly said that like you got an oil change or something, right?
Well-
My arm operated on. No big
Yeah,
deal.
hey, yesterday you had to go
Well,
get the
I mean,
operation.
I guess I try not to make that big of a deal out of it. Like, I'm still here, so whatever. Like, I've got shit. Everybody's got shit. My shit might be more complicated than your shit, but it's still, everybody's got shit. So,
That is true. Julie,
No,
have you-
I had not been home in a week, and on Wednesday, I finally got home Wednesday night. Woke up Thursday with a splitting epic migraine. Went back to sleep from like noon to 5, and just dead to the world.
power nap, epic power nap, huh?
Oh God, yeah.
Julie, have you ever? I know that you did a lot of promotion, managing with bands and stuff. Have you been involved in radio like Sam has at all, or
Not at all.
not at all? Okay, 'cause,
Absolutely not.
I'm just blown away by how you just had the ability to be like, oh, you know what? Maybe I should mute while we're doing this because
Um, my job requires me to be on the phone a lot of the time while other people are talking. So I just naturally automatically put my phone on mute because when I'm taking notes, I type very fast and apparently very loudly. So, so occasionally I'll forget to do it and I'll hear somebody's typing really loud. Somebody needs to go on mute. Me.
if I knew how to work Michael's headset, I would do that. But Michael says if we keep doing this, that we may have to invest in my own gear. So,
Right.
Actually on the Hangout, there's a little button where you can click and mute yourself, Sam.
Oh,
ooh,
there is. I have
I'm
one on
gonna
my.
learn.
Actually, I have one on my microphone too. I could have
But-
maybe done that as well. But anyway, so Julie, you listened to our last podcast, and I mean, I'm gonna say that.
Yes.
I mean, I'm not gonna ask because I already know it was the best thing you've ever listened to, ever. But there were like some things that you wanted to talk about, or that you wanted to mention about the podcast that you might have wanted to, I guess, bring back up for us to talk about.
Oh yeah. So My Chemical Romance is my favorite band, as was previously mentioned, which
Oh, yeah.
Sam stuck back in 2006 thinks that the Black Parade is selling out when really their best album is Danger Days.
Danger Days. Okay. I think she's playing with the mute button, so she might be screaming at the.
She's trying, yeah.
Yeah.
I
it's,
am
My-
playing with the mute button because I had to go throw my bottle away
Oh, okay. All right.
because I emptied it.
No, but Julie, I just started getting into them. Like
Yeah.
listening to their old stuff. I'm not gonna say that I'm like number
No,
one.
and I would say, especially since you are into black metal, their earlier stuff may be better for you because Danger Days is more of a sort of it transcends pop punk heading into electronica and dance because that's around the time toward the end of that tour cycle where Gerard did the feature with Dead Mouse. So
He
you're
did
gonna
a
have a
feature
lot
with
more
Dead
of the
Mouse?
dance and electronic. Yeah.
That's pretty.
He
So what
did
is he? Okay, so what is he doing nowadays?
right now he's not making music, he's doing comic books. He's
That's pretty
been
cool.
before he was in My Chemical Romance, he worked for Cartoon Network.
No, he didn't.
Like
Really?
he did. He went to art school and all this stuff. He worked for Cartoon Network. And now he's doing he has his own comic book called Umbrella Academy, and he's doing another one that I can't remember the name of off the top of my head because I'm not really into comic books.
You know what's funny is that really totally works for us right now because Billy Martin from Good Charlotte, who I know we're going to talk about today, is actually an artist too and works on animated features for like Disney. I know he's worked on like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cartoon and stuff. Like he does the same thing. Like it's kind of cool. I actually have signed artwork too, which is awesome.
I guess that they're all artists, you know, and that's where the music
Okay,
and stuff comes from.
I googled it really quickly because I wanted to be accurate. He's actually going to be working on some Spider-Man stuff.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, he's doing and it's an alternative universe Spider-Man called Edge of Spider-Verse.
Uh-huh.
Oh, cool. That's really awesome.
Yeah, but so Sam, like Good Charlotte and everything. Whoa, so what was their big hit again? I forgot.
The
Like,
anthem back in 2000
and how did that go again? How did that go again?
Don't make me sing it. That's mean.
This is the anthem. Throw all your hands up.
Shout if you hear me, sing if you're with me.
Yeah, I
Damn,
can't.
Stan's done that at karaoke a couple of times.
Maybe.
Oh, actually, we gotta go back. We gotta go back to karaoke.
Yes, we
honestly.
do.
Yeah.
I got some stuff I want to do. But no, so what did you want to say about Good Charlotte? Because I don't even know how to lead into it because I don't know what they is. One of them married to Hillary Duff now? Is it like
No.
one
Oh my God.
One of them is married to Cameron Diaz. The other one is married. The twins are married to Cameron Diaz and Nicole Richie. But that is not what I want to talk about. So, you guys know I lived back in like 2003 to 2006 or
Oh
7.
my God.
That's like I live like music wise. Like I'm sorry, I've never grown up and I probably never will. So like Good Charlotte's heyday was sort of back then. And they, along with Blink 182, who also were pretty big back then, are both releasing new albums this year. And like I know I'm gonna buy the new Good Charlotte album. I have downloaded the single. I love it. It's awesome. It takes me back. But I am having such a rough time accepting whether or not I should buy the new Blink album. Like I'm like, I don't know what to
okay?
do. I
So
don't know
Blink
what to do.
182, Blink 182. I listen to DC 101 because the radio sucks so bad that I have to listen to DC 101. And I'm
DC 101.
Yeah, really
it's-
don't. They're not that bad.
DC 101 is great. It's just once you listen to it for 10 minutes, you've heard every song they're gonna play for the next week. Like that's the
true.
thing. But anyway,
That's
they're
an
like,
accurate statement. That's fair.
I only ever listen to Elliot. So
yeah. See, okay, so that's another thing. Like Elliot in the morning, the morning radio sucks so much that I have to listen to Elliot in the morning. But I actually don't hate Elliot in the morning. Honestly, like I think that the stuff that he talks about is kind of engaging stuff. It's between him and the sports junkies, and I just really am not into the sports junkies at all.
I've been on the radio live with Elliot a couple of times.
Have you really?
Yeah.
Doing what? When was this?
I as a call-in once because I was tweeting about Christmas music and once talking about Billy Joe Armstrong being bisexual.
The important issues to tweet about.
Yeah, no, well, one was me physically talking, but thank you very much.
Oh, sorry.
I was on the radio. Oh, and also I almost won Bleachers tickets, but I accidentally hung up my phone.
Smooth.
So
Smooth.
like, how did you end up?
It was. It lit me up inside.
How did you get in there live? Like they just said, "Hey, we should have you in the studio," or what?
No, they were like call in, and so I called in.
Oh,
I've
pretty
tried
cool.
to do that. I never get through. Ever.
I
Every
get through
time-
occasionally.
every time I've called into the radio has been a colossal failure. And one time I called in like Ron and Fez, and they had this thing where these people just randomly blurted out numbers and stuff, and they did like this hoo-ha thing, and I called in and I said, yeah, 1224 checking in, buddies, and like, all right, and they just blew up on me, and I was like, oh my god, I was like a kid. And then the other one was the Big O and Duke show. I wanted to like make like, because one of the host was having a bad day. I was trying to like make him feel better, and it turned into me just saying for 10 minutes straight, and them just laughing at me on the radio. And one person was like involved with that station, and she goes, "That was you," and just laughed at just started laughing the entire time.
I've called in and got through on 92.5 twice to win. Like, I think I won one time. I won like a Wendy's gift certificate, and one time I won like a Chipotle gift certificate for calling and doing like their like trivia thing. Like one of the questions was, what is it illegal to do in the state of like Oklahoma? Like, what can't you do in your own house to yourself? And the answer was like, do your own hair. Like, you have to have a hair license to do your hair, so you can't do your own hair in Oklahoma.
There's a lot of stuff you can't do in the state of Oklahoma.
Like, it was just something so random that I got the answer right too. It was pretty cool.
Oh, no, I mean, literally in the state of Oklahoma, it's been legal to get tattoos so recently that my first tattoo I got in another state because it wasn't legal in Oklahoma.
What kind of tattoos do you have?
I have the Jack's Mannequin asterisk on the back of my neck, which I got in Siloam Springs, Arkansas, because tattooing was not legal in Oklahoma at the time.
So explain to people what that is.
There's a band called Jack's Mannequin, fronted by Andrew McMahon. He's now with Andrew McMahon and the something corporate. And on a lot of their design had this little asterisk on it. And if you don't know, he had cancer in 2006,
2007,
and he was declared, cancer-free, had bone marrow transplant and stuff. And I always thought, if he can make it through this and still be such a positive person and like such a good person, then I can make it through what I'm going through. So I got the asterisk. My other tattoo is a My Chemical Romance lyric that says I am not afraid to keep on living.
Pretty cool. Oh, I know that. I am not afraid to keep on.
You know what's great, Julie, is your My Chemical Romance tattoo like is so closely related to my Motion City soundtrack tattoo. It's not even funny. Like, because I've got Even If It Kills Me on my leg. So they're sort of like different, but this, they sort of mean the same thing.
Same sentiment.
Yeah, they mean the same thing.
Yeah,
it's pretty cool.
And I actually got that one in 2011 in Chicago during Lollapalooza. So that was
Chicago.
That was wild because I got it during Lollapalooza and sweat all over it. I almost threw up. I was in so much pain.
That was not a smart idea.
Yeah,
that's a great memory.
It wasn't my most brilliant moment, but
what a great memory.
I got my Even If It Kills Me tattoo in New York, and I was drunk as the days are long. I was so drunk. I had gone in there and I was slightly sober at the time, and I went back to get it, and I was so drunk, and it hurt so bad.
Give me a funny drunk story involving that situation.
I don't know.
They let her get a tattoo while she was drunk. What the hell?
I went in there like sober though. Like I went in there and made the appointment when I was mostly sober. So I just got drunker. We went to a concert and then came back, and I just got really drunk at the concert. That may, I think that may have been my Halloween trip where the cabbie on our way to the Hard Rock got a lot of earful from me because I was drinking my water bottle of vodka on the
about what? Earful about what?
Oh my god, you would be drinking a water
I don't know,
bottle
I think
full of vodka.
Probably about sex or something. I don't know.
It probably was.
Probably about sex.
I agree. But so I was listening to DC 101, bringing it back.
So Blink 182.
Yeah, they said, all right, guys, we're going to play the next single from Blink 182. And I was like, oh, this is pretty cool. I like all the small things. I like, all these other songs that they do, the What's My Age Again.
Buddy, I got news for you.
Yeah, right. And they started playing. I was like, who's this band?
Well, it sounds a lot like Plus 44 to me. Like, that's what it reminds me of.
Because it basically is.
Did they get a new singer?
No, it's still Mark.
They kicked out Tom DeLonge, which is the voice.
But who's the
guy?
And
they replaced him with Matt Skiba from Alkaline Trio.
The singer is still Mark Hoppus, though. Mark Hoppus was one of the two singers.
Who's the lead singer of Angels and Airwaves?
Their latest single, he's splitting vocals with Matt Skiba.
Is he spitting? I haven't heard the latest one yet.
I listened to it yesterday. It just came out, I think, this past week.
Angels and Airwaves is fronted by Tom DeLonge.
Okay, and he is or isn't in Blink 182?
He is no longer in the band.
No longer in Blink 182.
Because he's crazy and believes in aliens.
That was waiting for him.
He's crazy. He's an asshole.
He's a prick.
He's the reason people hate Blink 182.
Okay, why? So I catch me up on that.
He's just
Because
not a nice person. Like he likes to say, like, he speaks out of his ass a lot of the times, in my opinion.
so give me an example, because I have not, like, I all from college until now, I have not heard anything from or about Blink 182. So
Well,
what are some of the things that
broke
made him
up and then they got back together, and then they broke up and then they got back together, and then they kicked out Tom DeLonge.
Okay.
I mean, he has, like, he goes, like, onto interviews and lies about, like, where they're at, like, that if at one point he wasn't okay with the moving forward without him, and then he was okay, and, like, he speaks out of his ass. Like, he doesn't think before he speaks. Like, he
A
just
lot
doesn't.
of people are like that.
He's just a douche. He just treats people like shit.
I mean, there's a whole, like, thread on Imgur, or however you say it, about Tom DeLonge being a total asshole. Like,
Okay, so the new Blink 182 stuff, are you all in? Are you all out? Are you got a toe in? Like, what is it?
I don't know. I don't know.
You know what? I am all in because I hate
Julie's
Tom
all
DeLonge.
in.
And Tom DeLonge made me hate Blink 182, but they played at Firefly last weekend, and I'm kind of disappointed that we didn't get to go.
That's in Orlando, huh?
No, Firefly was in Dover, Delaware.
Because I just got somebody on Instagram who said, "Hey, I'm at Firefly." I was like, "Oh, where is that? Is that like in Arizona or something?" And everything was like in Orlando, so I don't know like what the deal is.
You got someone crazy on Instagram then.
Yeah.
Firefly's in Dover, Delaware.
Yeah, because I was up there at the same time. I didn't go.
Sam was at the Dover Downs Casino, and I was at Firefly.
Yeah, I was spending money, losing all of my money at the casino while she was watching awesome bands play awesome music.
Yeah, Sam was there on Friday, so we were like probably waiting to see Guster.
Which,
Sam, you have to know when to hold them. Sam, you got to know when to hold them, know when to fold them.
Oh, I was playing on the quarter slots.
You can't.
That
why are you
what?
playing a quarter slot?
No.
That's fun.
No.
Slots.
Oh, you
Any
must love
slot,
losing
hello.
money. Why would you? No.
I also
No.
played on a Game of Thrones slot, which was freaking awesome because Tyrion was talking to me the whole time I was doing it. It was so cool.
So when you pull,
I know the last time I went to the casino, I played on an Iron Man or like a Avenger slot. Maybe it was Iron Man, and it ate my lunch, and I was like, "Well, f you, buddy. I hate Iron Man anyway."
Game
Team
of
Captain
Thrones
America.
one, the Game of Thrones
Team
one is
Iron
actually
Man.
interesting because when you pull the lever on the Game of Thrones one, it actually kills the machine unexpectedly out of nowhere.
No, but when I lost at the end, Cersei goes, "When you play the Game of Thrones, you win or you die." And I was like, "Awesome, I died."
Your bank account sure did.
I only lost $20. It wasn't so bad.
Are you gonna see this new Blink 182 band in concert because they're like touring and stuff? Sam and Julie.
I don't think I will, but I think I will buy the album. I really like Matt Skiba. Like, I love Alkaline Trio. Alkaline Trio is such a badass band, and I love them to pieces. So I'm excited about it, but I'm nervous because, like, my expectations are so high because I've heard the single and I really like it, and I'm like, what if I hate it? Like, what if it's the worst piece of shit I've ever heard in my life? Like, what if it's like Fall Out Boy, and then I'm going to be so sad?
Oh, fuck you.
Fall Out Boy is kind of like
Fall Out Boy. And here's the thing that I want to say about Fall Out Boy. They did the
They
cover.
ruined the new Ghostbusters
They
theme.
did the cover of the new Ghostbusters theme, and
It's
everything
terrible.
it's not terrible. Suck
It's
my
not
dick.
good.
No, it's not good. But here's the thing. I didn't listen to it until like in the evening, and I'm like sitting there and I'm like, okay, well, it's Fall Out Boy.
that's what it is. It's Julie,
So you know,
have to-
going in, it's either going to be great or it's going to be terrible.
Most
And
of the
but
time,
everything
it's terrible.
it's not terrible. It's just Fall Out Boy. But everything I had read was like, oh, they should have just done a cover. They should have just done a cover. And I'm listening to it, I don't know what I was expecting, but he's like, there's something strange in a neighborhood. And I'm like, this is a fucking cover. Why are people saying they should have just done a cover? It's not like a note for note cover. I don't know. It's literally just a cover of the Ghostbusters theme with a
Yeah, they
Missy
put
Elliott rap
they-
thrown over the bridge. Like I don't know.
They put their like Fall Out Boy twist on it though.
Oh,
Michael and I
like,
looked over at each other when we heard it in the theater today. We looked over at each other and we both
And then threw up on each other.
basically.
oh, you guys.
We're
just like
No,
Exorcist.
I love Fall Out Boy.
You can
Well,
love
no.
them all you want. I will stick with Good Charlotte. Thank you very much.
I love Fall Out Boy. It was not good Fall Out Boy. They were not doing it. I
I'm-
mean, like, but they're like their most recent stuff
At
is
least
like
you can admit that, Julie. I'm
garbage.
very proud of you. At least you can admit that that song sucks. Like, thank
Oh,
you for
God, yeah.
being a good person.
No, I'll
I'm
admit
proud
when
of
a Fall Out Boy song is not good. Have you heard Uma Thurman?
Ugh. And why did they have to steal the Munsters theme? Like, why? Like, why
The
ruin
Monsters
that theme?
theme.
Yeah, that thing, that riff at the beginning, it's like,
Buddy.
da-na-na-na-na-na, like it's the Munsters theme.
Buddy, that's Pulp Fiction.
No,
so
they
did
use
it-
the Munsters theme.
wait,
It's not
hold
Pulp
on.
Fiction.
Hold on. They did a song about Uma Thurman.
Yes.
Yes, and it has nothing to do with Uma Thurman at all. Like,
Yes, it
at
does
all.
because it has the Pulp Fiction theme in it.
Watch
That's
the
that-
Todd Shadows review of it, and it will prove to you that it really has nothing to do with it at all. Nothing.
I'm sorry. It
That
is
might
the
have
Pulp
been
Fiction theme, and that's why it's called Uma Thurman because she's in Pulp Fiction.
It's not.
And the
it's
line is she wants to
Munsters.
dance like Uma Thurman.
Yes, but it's the Munsters.
See, I can understand. I can understand your confusion, Sam.
Even
because,
no, Michael
hold
said it's
on.
the Munsters too.
Hold on, Sam. I think I can understand your confusion because knowing Fall Out Boy, they probably went and you'd have no idea what they're talking about. So like,
I can decode Fall Out Boy like it's like a second language. I can do it. I listened to Fall Out Boy from 2003 to
From 2003 to 2006.
2007, something like that. Yeah, basically, I have the abilities. They are there.
have you guys ever seen them in concert?
Yes, they were terrible.
So many times.
Are they good?
Oh,
So
fuck you!
When
I
I
love
saw
them.
when I saw them, it was not good. I'm not saying that they have not improved.
How long
'cause
ago was this?
this was like 2007.
Oh yeah,
It was not good,
Yeah.
Julie. You have to admit it was not.
yeah.
He may
The
have
last time I saw them,
improved.
the last time I saw them live was in I think 2012.
okay.
We saw them headline at Riot Fest.
Oh, Sam,
Yeah.
they did a whole festival about you.
Yeah, I know. I want to go, but it's so far away that I can't.
Whatever. The headliners this year are like Morrissey.
I would see Morrissey. That'd be cool. I'd be cool with that.
You are the worst person I know.
You love me to pieces. She loves me so much, Jason, that she took me to see one of my top 2 favorite bands for the very last time, like 2 weeks ago,
Who's that?
and held me while
I
I
held her while
cried.
she cried.
Motion City Soundtrack played their last concert at 9:30 Club on June 10th. And it was the best concert I have been to in a very long time. It was so good.
How many
We
concerts
did
have
the
you guys been to?
VIP experience and went
And
in
Justin
and got to see
told
them do the
me-
acoustic set,
Justin told me I needed to use my inside voice.
which you don't have.
Nope.
it doesn't
We
exist.
invited them to her wedding.
And they said, no.
They
I
said
said,
you're
I
creepy,
think
shut up.
What did they say, Julie?
It was split. Some of them were like, yeah, no, I got plans that weekend. And other ones were like, maybe. But not like in a real maybe way.
Yeah, right.
Like you
I'm
just
not-
ask us something very bizarre. But you know what? If you don't ask, you never know.
Yep.
That's true. That's true. Especially if you're at Comic-Con and you ask Yvonne Strahovski for a hug twice and she doesn't give it to you. It's like, Anyway, so how many concerts have you guys been to?
In my lifetime, I don't know a lot.
So
Hell,
I've
I've
been-
put on concerts. Like I've been the orchestrator of like mini festivals at Mason. Like I don't
Here's-
know.
I
Here's
hope
the
they were
thing.
more well organized than fucking Firefly was.
I was a stickler. Like if you were 5 minutes late, like I busted your balls so hard that if you ever wanted to be played on the radio again, you wouldn't do that ever again, or you would, just not be late. I think all my concerts started on time, so I'm a
Well,
ball
I
buster.
can say for Firefly, they were on time, but they were doing a lot of other stupid shit. So I would
No.
never go back to Firefly.
I wouldn't
Here's
do
the
it
thing
anyway.
about concerts. I don't necessarily enjoy them because I think the music is always loud. I can't hear what they're saying. The first time I met you, Julie,
Was it Taking Back Sunday?
Is that what the band was? With
Taking
Sam,
Back
like
Sunday.
she just goes Taking Back Sunday, Waiting for Tomorrow, Set for the Go Away, just punk. Oh wait, hold on. I think you guys left. Wait, Julie, you're still here, huh?
What? Sam
Julie.
got booted, I think.
Yeah,
I'm here.
Sam's back. She's
I'm
back
here.
now.
Sorry, I don't know what happened.
Sam,
I fixed it.
you're running this podcast into the ground.
I am
How
now. I fixed it
unprofessional.
so quickly that it's not even funny. I don't even know what happened, but
It was
I fixed
it was a pretty quick recovery, but me and Julie for a second there were carrying the team.
Well, you were talking about how the first time you met her was at that not as good Taking Back Sunday concert.
Right, but then when you left here, let me finish what we were talking about when you left. So yeah, I really just cannot stand Sam, Julie, and I know that you agree with me there.
You know, it's okay, Jason. I get it. But for real, like, I feel really bad though, because I brought you to that concert with all intentions of you getting to experience the Taking Back Sunday that I love. And that was the
not a good
worst
Taking Back
sound.
Sunday show.
It was so bad. The sound was awful. You couldn't understand Adam. It was bad. That was
I
really
couldn't
not good.
see
I mean,
Adam.
I feel like that was a function of where it was taking place, because it was that weird outdoor between two buildings, covered over the top, kind of.
I
Not a
just
good
know
venue.
I've never been to a concert unless I was like outside. I think like in New Orleans, and the speakers were massive, like where the sound was good. I guess I don't know. I think
You gotta
with a
get him to the
concert,
9:30 club.
with a concert, I
he
think
needs
what
to go
you're
to
looking for,
9:30.
yeah, with a concert, what you're trying to do, I think, is you're just there to see the band. You're there to, it's the experience.
You get
Not
drunk
so
and
much.
dance.
Well,
Yeah,
here's
it's
the
not.
thing: is Motion City, back on in June or the beginning of June, I felt like sound quality there that night was almost like listening to the album. They were so on point. It was so good. Like it
Because it was
was,
the 9:30 club, man.
it was absolutely the most fantastic thing. Like you would have a different experience if you went to like 9:30 and saw one of your favorite bands. Like it's not the same.
Actually, funny story. Speaking of the radio and concerts, as we've been doing, I won free tickets to the 9:30 Club back when I was working at the mall. I called in. I got UB40 tickets. You guys know what UB40 who UB40 are?
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah, the red
Red
wine people.
wine.
Yep.
How does it go, Julie?
Red wine goes
Flows
through
to
my
my
head.
head. Yeah, makes me forget that I. Yeah. Anyway, I didn't go because
Oh,
my parents were like, "Oh," I was like, "Mom, Dad, I won free tickets to 9:30 Club in DC." They're like, "That's great, son. You're not going." And I was like, "Oh, okay."
That's
Oh, well.
rude. How old were you?
I was young. And going to DC by myself and
Okay,
stuff.
here's the thing. Like, you can be young and whatever. You don't have to go by yourself. You can make one of your parents go. Like, I made my dad go see Good Charlotte and Weston
Yeah.
Goldfinger.
Right.
Like, that he
Yeah.
drove me all the way to Baltimore and endured Tony Lovato calling him a pussy from the stage because he was like, anybody who's sitting in a chair is a pussy. And my dad was sitting, and I was like, he's going to make me leave. But he didn't. He endured because parents, that's what they do. They endure for their kids.
Yeah, not my parents anyway. So
Oh,
yeah,
Jason.
the concert
my dad took me to Hanson concerts. My dad took me to see fucking Alice Cooper. My dad was cool.
Ooh, Alice Cooper, that must have been pretty cool.
Yeah, my dad snuck us into a casino venue to see Alice Cooper when I was in college. I think I was 20 years old. My brother was 15.
How was he?
Alice Cooper's a thing that has to be seen to be believed.
He's Alice Cooper.
It's an
like,
experience.
No, but when I first started going to concerts, which was 2007, 2008, like really trying to go to concert because I had been listening to Sonata Arctica for the longest time, and I was like, man, I want to meet them so bad. Like I had not at that point been motivated to see a band that, I in person, and just seeing them come out live, I was like, you exist, you're there, I've seen you on YouTube forever, and you're in the flesh, and then being able to talk to them after the concert was just a life-changing experience. It was great.
I know how that is. I've done it twice with my two favorite bands, and I'll never, ever, 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 ever forget either of those. Adam put his arm around me, and that was just life.
Yeah.
It was so good. Julie was there. I got to talk to Adam, and it turns out one of Adam's favorite songs is actually my favorite song. So pretty cool. Pretty
So
cool.
Julie, you managed bands, right? Like you were like no? What did you do with
When?
band? No,
I never did anything with bands.
I did. What are you?
What was the thing you did with bands? Nothing?
No, the only time I've ever been close to working with bands is I've worked, done a lot of volunteering with Brightest Young Things in DC. So
Okay.
I've like worked at their events and stuff, but I've never been involved with any of the bands.
Then why am I thinking that, Sam? Like, why am I thinking she was?
Are you getting her confused with like me and my local music stuff and working with?
I just go hang out with bands. I don't work for them.
Okay, so Sam, have you been on like tour with bands and stuff?
I've never toured with a band. I've set up concerts for bands, but never like
Have you ever
toured.
had to like Have you ever had to deal with like their fans, like their fanatic fans or anything?
Um, a little bit. There was one band, and I'm not gonna be able to, I'm gonna have to look them up. They were, I think it's like the honor. They were really big.
Getting the honorary title?
No,
Is that what you were trying to get?
That's what I'm thinking, but I don't think that's who they were. Um, but they were a really big local band in DC,
No.
and it's Honor by August. That's the name of the band.
Oh,
Honor by
okay.
August. They had a bit of a following, and like trying to get them not to be like right on like people's like right at the speakers and like right in the way of like the photographer and stuff was kind of a pain. But I mean, nothing too insane. I even had the this Providence, who's a pop punk band from Seattle. I had them on campus, and we set up a acoustic show, and it wasn't too bad. But I wouldn't say any of the bands that I would have worked with would have had a big enough following to really endure any like crazy fandom for the most part.
Okay.
I am
All
the
right.
following.
You're the following. Is that what you said?
Look, there are multiple bands that I've gone and seen them like several nights in a row. Like we, a few summers ago, drove to Nashville to see Empire, drove to Atlanta to see them the next night, and then drove home.
You've done that with Taking Back Sunday too. You drove from like DC to like what was it, Philly or something like that?
It's not taking Taking Back
Yes, it
Sunday. We did that show that you were with us at in DC, and then I think
It was like Philly or somewhere in
Allentown.
Pennsylvania.
I think
Allentown,
at the
yeah, that's
Chameleon
it.
Club in Allentown.
Yeah.
What's the most insane road
Which
trip
is-
you've done for a band, Julie?
I flew to. There's been a couple of times I've flown. When My Chemical Romance, right after they released Danger Days, I flew to St. Louis to see them at a Christmas show with some friends.
Are you like huge
I-
into like Christmas music and stuff?
No, I mean, it's just a holiday show.
Oh, I didn't
They
know
don't
if like
play. They
you're
don't
in
play
the.
Christmas music. It's just a holiday show.
I want the My Chemical Romance
Radio
Christmas album.
stations do like holiday shows and have a bunch of bands come in.
Yeah.
And then I flew to Chicago to see Armor for Sleep when they did their like 3 final shows, but then they did like a 10-year anniversary tour this past year. I drove to Norfolk this is the worst because I did this one by myself in Norfolk.
Where
was
did
about 4
you
hours
drive?
for me.
Where did you drive to?
Norfolk?
What? One more time.
He's just making you say it. Don't listen to him. Norfolk.
No, I'm just kidding. I like how Julie says it.
Because she
So
says
for-
fuck.
So 4
Norfolk?
Norfolk.
So 4
And,
hours is
that was a radio show with Fall Out Boy headlining, but the 1975 were supposed to play and they didn't.
I can one up you on the driving one. So Michael drove me all the way to Charlotte, North Carolina.
Oh, that's love.
We drove there. We left like pretty early in the morning to get to the show. It was Taking Back Sunday, and they played with Amberlin and the Maine, which was like the only show on that tour that they did that.
Yeah, because Amberlin was on a different tour at the time.
Yeah, they were on a different tour, and actually, it was the first show that Adam was back on that tour because Adam had gone out because his wife had a premature baby.
She had placenta previa, which was how I was born.
Yeah, but he was back on that night, and then we drove all the way home. We didn't stay in a hotel. We drove all the way home that night. So it was like a 24-hour day just to go see my favorite band.
Wait, so you drove to Charlotte and came back?
Yeah.
I can one up you.
Wow. Oh, here we go. Here we go. She's raising
Raising the bar.
When
Yeah,
I
there
still
we go.
lived in the Midwest.
I'm sorry you had to live in the Midwest. What part?
I lived I
Oklahoma.
grew up about an hour south of Tulsa, Oklahoma.
You're from Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Can
Isn't
we
it
go?
Muskogee or something?
Muskogee's where I was born. I'm from
Really?
about
You were born in
from Muskogee for real.
Oh, wow.
She's Ogie from Muskogee.
That's legit.
We don't smoke marijuana in Muskogee.
Hell yeah, we do.
Do you take your trips on LSD? Do you
No,
like
I
living right
don't.
and
Some
being
people I
free?
know do.
Now we're talking about music that I actually listen to.
And let's not get into the country debate, Jason.
Yeah.
That does not sound like a good idea.
Oh no, I wasn't.
No, I
but-
actually grew up about 20 minutes south of Muskogee in Shakota, Oklahoma, where our claim to fame is American Idol winner Carrie Underwood.
Whom,
She's from
as I like
Oklahoma?
to remind everybody, since Julie told me, she's kind of a stuck-up bitch.
Just a little.
I
did you
love
meet
that. It
her?
makes me happy.
Did you meet her? Is that why?
I went to high school with her, Jason.
What?
Yeah, she went to high school with her.
Why didn't we
Yeah.
start?
She's 2 years older than me. And
34.
we were on the same
Wait,
choir and everything.
wait. 35 minutes into the show, and we're getting into like stuff we should have been talking about this entire time. What? You went to high school. You went to high school with
Sorry.
Carrie Underwood.
Yeah.
She looks like she's from like L.A. But okay,
Well,
so
that's
so
what
tell us
happens when you
okay, so tell
can
us the
bleach your
story.
hair once a week.
Ooh, snap! So tell us the story of your interaction with Carrie Underwood.
There's not a story. Like, she was 2 years older than me. She was always going to be the girl that got and went on to become a rich and famous singer because
It would have been better
Wait.
if she hadn't.
Wait, so you
It
knew
would've.
early? You knew early
Oh,
she was gonna
yeah.
be famous?
Like,
Why is that?
she was the girl that was always okay. So we had a local DJ, like literally, like played all the school dances and weddings
Okay.
and shit like that.
All right.
His name was Rick McAdoo, and he always had his like flatbed trailer out there with speakers set up on like we have a couple of local festivals in Dakota. We have Old Settlers Day and Okra Fest. Carrie would always
Fest.
Okra Fest. There is an okra cooking competition and a barbecue competition, and my grandma won it every year until she died. Thank you, very much.
You are from the Midwest, aren't you?
I am the Midwestest. Anyway, she would always be up on the flatbed trailer singing, and she was always the only one. It was her and another lady that did like a lot of like local events and stuff because she played with a band, which is kind of a thing in the West. Like my stepdad in a band, he plays steel guitar. He's actually played the same festivals as Carrie Underwood. So
Okay, so why do you hate her?
she's just kind of stuck up.
Jason, haven't you ever met a girl whose nose is so far up in the air that if you had a like spitball thing, you could just like aim straight in and like like
Well,
just-
well, sure, but like, what
You
are,
hit her
what are-
brain.
What are
yeah.
some specific like times that
Like,
was?
oh no,
apparent?
she just never had time for like people. But I remember like a couple of stories. She rode the same bus as me because we're both teachers' kids. Because my mom taught 6th grade and her mom taught 5th grade. Her mom was actually one of my 5th grade teachers.
Okay.
And so we would be on the bus, and I just remember her like someone was like, "So are you into the kind of music that you sing?" And she's like, "No, I'm gonna go see Marilyn Manson and blah blah blah." That's
Funny
really
you brought up
bizarre.
Marilyn. Okay, funny you brought up Marilyn Manson because I actually had a teacher who went to school with Marilyn Manson.
Oh my god, that's
Graduated
amazing.
with him.
I had a teacher who bounced for the Ramones.
Oh yeah, well I'm the lead singer of the Rolling Stones.
You
You're
wish, buddy.
Yeah, if you were Mick Jagger, you'd have a lot better luck with the ladies there, buddy.
No, I mean, I don't groupies. Oh wow.
Less
I don't- I-
less
I don't-
damn
I
board
don't-
drugs.
I don't know.
And
Okay,
then
so, but you just
the
didn't
other
seem like-
story that I like to tell about Carrie Underwood is a choir bus story. We used to drive to this choir competition that was about 3 hours from where we lived. And we always stopped at the same gas station, both going there and coming home. And Carrie was best friends with this group of two other. So we get on the bus. and this
Wait,
is the
say that
story
one more
of how-
time. You dropped off. You said two other what?
Oh, sorry. She was best friends with these two other blonde girls,
Okay.
Hillary and Serena.
And
That-
blonde,
that-
they run
Wait,
together.
hold on. You could have just told me those names, and I would have known they were blonde.
The whitest white girl clique.
The most
And,
blondest, the most blonde. Okay, so what are the names of these girls again? You said Hillary? No,
Carrie, Hillary, and Serena.
those are very blonde names. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, okay. And so this is the story of how Carrie Underwood got left at a gas station in rural Oklahoma because her friends, Hillary looks up, sees Serena, thinks it's Carrie. Serena looks up, sees Hillary, thinks it's Carrie. Neither of them says, "Oh yeah, Carrie's not on the bus." The bus leaves, Carrie gets left at the gas station.
That's the best.
And somebody had to go
Wow.
back and get her. At the end, like the bus couldn't turn around and go back and get her. Someone had to drive back up there.
I mean, that's pretty great. I would leave Carrie Underwood at a great
Wait, say that one more. You dropped off again. So someone had to go back and what?
And someone had to drive back up there and get her because they didn't turn the bus around to go back and get her.
Why can't you
She
turn a
just
bus
sit at this
around?
gas station.
Because they probably had a like schedule and with,
Yeah,
like,
we had to be back at the
can't
school at a
do
certain
that.
time.
Oh, okay. So, have you ever interacted with her at all, or
Yeah,
what were some interactions you two had?
I don't know, probably but being as teacher kids, we were probably just sitting on the bus talking to each other or like talking to each other after school, but like not anything
You don't remember
memorable.
talking to her?
No, I mean not. I don't remember if
Jason,
we.
she is a blonde from Oklahoma. Do you really expect anybody to
didn't
remember
have
anything
a
that came
lot.
out of her mouth?
I didn't have a lot in common with her. Plus, I
Right.
was 2 years younger.
Ah, yeah, yeah. Okay. I mean, that's still a pretty cool story. By the way, we need to
It's
go ahead. Sorry, you dropped off again.
all I said was it's weird.
Yeah. I'm trying to see all 50 states. You should come with me to Oklahoma and show
I
me
was just
show
in
me the
Oklahoma
way.
like 2 weeks ago.
What? Let me know
Yeah.
the next time you're going.
Oh, it's for work.
Oh. Well, that's cool. I'll just go around. I mean, what? Okay, so in Oklahoma, what do you go see? You see it's not even Oklahoma City, is it?
No,
Okay, so it's just open field, right?
kind of. I was in. So I got there late on Friday night. My brother picked me up, and we drove to Shakota, which is about an hour south of Tulsa, and through the rural part, which is all fields and little tiny towns that don't even have stoplights. They're so small. And the next day, went to lunch with my mom. Went to the casino because that's about all there is to do in Oklahoma.
Were you living on Tulsa time?
Yeah, when because that's all there is to do in Shakota, Oklahoma. And the next day, drove back to Tulsa, went to lunch with my grandpa, and then went to work.
Wow. Okay. That sounds like a fun vacation.
Vacation, it was not.
Sam, you went on vacation recently.
I did. I got to go to Ocean. Well, technically, we were in Delaware for a couple of days with my
You were
parents and
Rehoboth?
Michael.
You were at Rehoboth Beach?
We were. Well, no, we were in on sort of on Fenwick Island. It's called Selbyville, Delaware. It's like a mile literally from Ocean City. We visited Rehoboth, and we revisited Ocean City, and we visited. We actually went to New Jersey and went on like a ferry to New Jersey, and I got to see dolphins, which was yay dolphins. And then we went and walked on
That
the
was my
beach,
dolphin.
and I remembered something, guys.
What's up?
I fucking hate sand. I hate the beach. I hate it. I don't know why the fuck I wanted to go walk along the beach. It was the worst idea I have had in a really long time. It was
So Mike like turned and he was like, "Hey, we should walk on the beach and be romantic and
no.
whatever."
I was like, let's go down to the. Well, that's what I was thinking. I was like, let's go down
Please.
and walk along the beach. Yeah, no.
Have you met Michael? Do you strike you as someone who beach?
Yeah, not really. We should all go to the beach and then recreate the Baywatch theme.
No, what you'll see is Sam put one toe on the sand and then say "fuck this" and go back to the boardwalk. Because I'm
Dude,
not doing that again.
Okay,
No.
so it's great. Thank you so much for bringing this up, Sam, because as you know, I like ranting about stuff that, I don't understand why people think it's awesome and why it's popular.
Yeah.
Last time on Starting a Riot, we talked about weddings. This week, let's talk about the beach. I don't understand people who every year say, you know what I want to do? You know what I want to spend my hard-earned time doing? Going somewhere where there's a lot of people and families and whatever, and just sit in sand for hours and then go jump into some dirty water. Don't understand it. Don't get it
sand
at
all over everything.
all over you.
Fall in the sand. It goes up into your cooch. Like no, no.
Yeah.
What the
it's
hell
just-
are you getting it up in your gooch? Like what?
I don't know how it has
I think you're
happened.
beaching wrong, Sam. You're beaching wrong.
When I was a kid,
Wow.
I just remember like having to clean my bathing suit out and there just being sand everywhere, and I freaking hated it.
You just
And-
piss out a sandcastle or something like that.
No,
I
I
love
just
the
would
beach.
fall. Look, when you can't walk straight anyway on regular
That's true.
ground and you get into sand, like I didn't fall this time, but let me tell you, I am prone to falling because like I can't walk in sand. Like I'm walking and I've got my shoes on because you gotta keep your shoes on until you get at least to the water, and the
Oh.
sand's flipping up to my ass, and I'm just like, fuck this shit. Fuck it, I hate it.
I mean,
And I
why
looked at
not?
Michael. I was like, "What did I think? What did I think about? Why? Why did I want to do this? Why? Why?"
God, now I
why?
just want to go to the beach.
No, why though?
I
Why?
Yes,
like
please
it,
explain.
dude, because I love to sleep in the outdoors in the sun. That's my everything. I
You could
love
do
to
that
go to
on your
music
deck.
festivals, just lay down on my blanket, fall asleep, listen to some music.
You could
Okay,
do
well,
that on
here's
your
my
deck.
problem with that. I'm a human radiator, and I get hot like in the winter when it's cold outside. Like, no,
Sure.
no,
But
I'm
they
a
get
human.
the
No.
nice breeze off the water.
Yes,
Uh,
it's nice for about 5 seconds, and then I'm like, nope, I'm done. Thanks.
Nope.
Okay,
Then you
thanks.
go in the water, you come back out, and you're wet, and you lay down, and that air
Yeah, and
conditions
then
you.
nasty salt water, and 90
Yeah.
times out of 10, like, or 9 times out of 10, I get knocked over by a wave because, hello, like,
Buddy, you can shower later, and then you go to the
so
seafood
gross.
buffet.
That is my favorite part. That's the only part I like is walking around and buying, like looking at the pretty things to buy and eating my weight in crab legs, which is what I did. I ate my,
Okay,
I'm pretty sure I ate my weight in crab legs.
I
okay,
didn't, but
so
only because I get grossed out after a little while. The texture just. Ugh.
I
last
love it.
time last time I was at the beach, I just showed up. I sat down, and the people I was with, I was just like, "All right, cool. So what's next?" And they just said, "This is it." And I said, "What do you mean this is it?" They're like, "Yeah, we're just gonna lay here and do nothing. No
Nope.
objectives.
Nope. Nope.
Just lay in the
No,
sun. It's
just
hot.
drinking.
The sand sucks. The water is awful. You don't know what's below you. There are people probably peeing in it.
The only thing that's cool about the water is the animals that you can make friends with, like little
The animals that you can make
crabs.
the animals that you'll be able to make friends with are not fun. Like they don't want. It's not like it's not like a dolphin's coming up and it's like, hey, ride me in the ocean, woo. It's always like
No, but I
effing
was very
jellyfish, shoe
fast.
crab, seaweed,
I was
garbage.
fascinated by the horseshoe
Yeah, no,
crab.
before you got on the call, Sam was like, oh, I got to make friends with a horseshoe crab. And I'm like, did you?
I was taking pictures of it. I named him Ray because at first I thought he was a Ray because he was kind of shaped like a Ray and I didn't know what he
Oh man,
was.
wow,
Oh.
wow, Sam.
He was my friend and I
Hey,
named him
guess what?
Ray.
Horseshoe crabs and rays don't look anything alike.
Yeah, like
Well,
nothing
no,
alike,
no,
Sam.
but when you're standing on a balcony looking down, all you see is sort of the shape and like the tail.
It's
So it kind
Oh,
of
no,
does.
what you're saying is you were not even on the beach at this point.
No, no. Well, I did go down and meet it after that and figured out that it wasn't a Ray.
Because this is
But
kind of like you saw a horse and you said it was a llama.
no, not at all. I went and made friends
Llamas
with
and
it.
horses look more similar than
And then
rays
that,
and
like,
horseshoe crabs.
the next night though, like we were outside like on the deck again and we could see them, like a bunch of them, and I swear I think they were all having like some kind of orgy going on. Like they were all on top of each other.
Well,
I'm
you know how
pretty
the horseshoe
sure
crab rolls, man.
they were
You know
having
how
orgies.
you know how it do.
They were having orgies down there.
They've
They
been doing
really
it for
were.
millions of years, Sam.
Well, they have been alive for a long time. Like
Around loud.
my
Yeah,
mom and
super long
dad
time.
later, they stayed down there longer than we did. They actually saved one on the beach. It was like flipped over and they saved it. They flipped it back over.
Yeah, how do they get back
They
up?
did.
I don't really understand.
I don't think they can. I think they either the tide needs to help them or you have to help them or they die.
Did you look on the inside of it?
No, I didn't see.
It's
I only saw them
terrifying.
from
It's
the
terrifying.
top.
It's terrifying. Do you know what the inside of a horseshoe crab looks like?
Yes, they are creepy. They're creepy.
It's-
They're very
I've
creepy.
never seen one in real life, and I don't think I need to, honestly.
They're
you-
creepy.
you-
They're
you've seen
awesome
it.
and creepy.
You've seen Alien, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember the face hugger?
Oh my god.
That's what it looks like.
But I also got to see some dolphins, and I have some goals in life. One of my goals was to swim with whale sharks, which I've already done, and I have two other ones. I want to swim with dolphins, and I want to swim in a cage with great white sharks.
Pass.
Do you though?
Hard pass.
I do.
You like hard pass.
I think it'd be
Well,
so freaking cool. It'd be scary
yeah,
as hell, but it'd
and-
be so cool.
Until he starts trying to make out with the cage with his razor sharp teeth.
Well, look, if I survive a kidney transplant, I feel like I can survive a cage with some great whites. And I swam with some scary sharks when I swam with the whale sharks. They were just tiny and at the bottom of the like thing we were in, so I didn't see them.
I don't know about
Hard
you ladies.
pass.
Yeah, hard pass. I
Would
don't know
you
about
not
you
swim
ladies.
with whale sharks either?
Man, I don't know what a whale shark is, but I'm gonna go with the shark park and say no.
They're very you could probably swim with a whale shark.
They're real docile. They're real nice. One of them ran into me. It was awesome.
They're real docile until they.
No, they
They can't swallow anything bigger than a golf ball.
Right, I think they're filter feeders, are they?
Yeah, they are. They
Okay.
can't swallow anything bigger than a golf ball. Which actually was really exciting. We went and saw Finding Dory today, and
You
there
know
was
what's
whale shark.
smaller than a golf ball?
What?
Like my fingers and toes and shit.
They're not gonna eat your toes. Trust me. They're not.
Here's the thing, though. I'd rather be in water with like great white. Like if you told me, Jason, we have to dump you in the middle of the ocean with either great whites or jellyfish, I would
Great
really
white.
have to. I would really have to think about it. Jellyfish are the worst. They're terrifying.
They are pretty scary. Did you know there's a jellyfish in Australia that's so tiny that you can't see it, but one sting will kill you?
I believe it. I
Yeah.
believe it. The
And
box
that's
jelly.
why I won't swim in Australia. Because they even have nets up trying to prevent them from getting to the beach, and they don't work.
But like also everything in Australia is terrifying. Like
I still want to go though and hang out with the koala bears and the kangaroos like Adam did. Those are some of my
Oh my
favorite
God.
pictures of Adam.
oh my god. Do you
They're
know
so
koalas are actually evil? Like the only reason they don't like fucking rip people's faces off is because they're so stoned on eating eucalyptus.
Yeah. Apparently,
Like
like
that's
they're
real.
not. No,
That's
yeah.
funny.
Apparently, their personality, like they're. I don't want to say they're not smart because that's mean, but like apparently, like they don't really have so much common sense, if that's the word.
They're like Melanie before coffee.
It's an insight.
That makes me sad, but I do. I want to hang out with. I want to like lay next to a koala bear and like pet it. Like, hi, koala. We're friends now.
To me, if I want to go on vacation, I don't want to. I don't go to the beach. Like there's so many cities to visit. There's so many other things to enjoy.
Didn't you
Yeah.
recently get to go to New York?
Yeah, I went to New York. My
My
sister lives in
favorite city.
Times Square.
Your sister's hot.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it.
She is pretty good looking, Jason. Not
Oh,
gonna
thank
lie.
you. I really appreciate it. She's gonna be a doctor and
Like-
optometrist.
So she's gonna be on Grey's Anatomy.
I think she watched that whole series. Honestly, like
So,
I think
I'm gonna ask a mean, funny question, but like, what happened?
in Grey's Anatomy. I
No.
don't know.
She looks like that, and you look like so awesome. I'm just kidding. I love you.
So this has been a great podcast. I really thank you guys for being part of this podcast, but we're gonna have to end it now because f you, Sam.
Oh, and I love you, and I was just kidding. You're so handsome, and anybody who likes muscles, like heads up, Jason's like available, and is he might be looking. So if you're into muscles and a guy into metal,
He needs like a gym rat girl though.
yeah, who likes
No,
metal.
okay. Here's the thing though. It's funny because when people talk to me, where I think they assume that I want like a super fit chick or like a girl who's like obsessed with working out. Honestly, that's not the case. And a lot of times, like the fit chicks and stuff are kind of annoying to some degree. But no, like definitely not. Like it doesn't have to be that. Like I don't know how important it would be for you guys. Well, Sam's already locked in, but how important it is for like somebody to be into music or into the same things as you are. But like the gym thing is definitely not. Like they don't have to understand or get it all. Now it will if it ever, and I don't foresee this to ever happen, but if they were like, oh hey, you go to the gym too much, you shouldn't go. I'll be like, oh man, hey, it's been great, but we're breaking up. What?
That's
Go
the
ahead.
thing. I mean, I feel like because that's so much of what is a big part of your life, if she's not into it, that's gonna make it like kind of hard, man.
Well,
Yeah.
it's like Sam, for example, like Mike's not into punk, right?
No, but he likes music, and generally, like he does have a lot of crossover with me.
He can go 2 seconds without talking about The Nightmare Before Christmas, right?
Yeah.
He does.
Yeah. So I mean, there you go.
Most
I mean,
people,
it
most
doesn't-
people who are not Sam can.
Look, if we're gonna make a Jack and Sally reference right here, and we were talking about Blink-182, and that is like one of my favorite songs.
Oh my god, that song
Uh-oh.
makes me want to crush my eardrum.
I sang that at karaoke. It makes me
I
so
know.
happy. We
Well, and
can
I
live
am
like Jack
so
and
much.
Sally if we want.
Oh, before we go, I
Funny.
just remembered Julie at karaoke. It was the greatest thing ever because she was just sitting up there, and if you can imagine the intensity of like an opera singer singing Taylor Swift, like she was sitting there like just owning the mic. And there's a
Play the
picture,
game.
there's a picture of her just going like this like epic pose, like she was like summoning a demon or something, and it's like she's singing Taylor Swift, and it was great.
Yeah.
It was really great. It was great. It was.
Well, you know what else has been great? Talking with you two. Thank you so much for being on this podcast. I think we've had a great conversation. It doesn't even feel like it's been close to an hour.
Yeah.
My goodness, it has been.
And if you guys want to find anything, I'm dabbling my feet in, and recently posted some pictures that I did with a friend of mine. You can go to facebook.com/Sam Riot Photography and check them out. Leave little comments and tell me how bad or good they are. I need to know. This is important. I need to know if I should keep doing this or not.
Julie, should she keep doing this?
Yeah, no, she's a good photographer.
You had you had your chance, Julie. You had your
Sure.
You could have
chance.
told me the truth, Julie.
I
think
set
she's a
you
good
up.
photographer.
We had a chance to just KO her, especially for that awful stuff she's been saying about me 5 minutes ago. With the
And then I said how wonderful and awesome you were and tried selling it. So whatever.
We had a good run, Sam. As
We're just
friends,
trying
we
to
had a
get you
really
laid,
good fun.
buddy.
Oh, well, before we go, the one last thing is Julie and I want to wish Toby, Jason's dog, some love and some
We're sending him all the good vibes.
Well, I
because we hear
appreciate
he's
it.
not doing very good, and we just want to let you know and let everybody else out there know that Toby's awesome, and send your love to him because he needs it right now.
He's the best.
Team
Thank you.
Schnauzer.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Julie, is there any place that people can find you, or that you want to plug?
Hey Julianne, HEY.
Say it one more time.
Julianne.
You dropped off. Say it one more time.
Oh, sorry. I'm on Twitter. You can find me on Twitter. Hey Julianne.
Hey Julianne, with 2 N's, 1 N.
Yes.
Or you can just look up Stoop Crone because that's what it is currently.
Stoop Crone is my name field.
Yep. Sam,
That came from Kimmy Schmidt.
Sam, what's the deal with the whole podcast thing? Because SoundCloud is going to charge you money if you want to upload it there.
I'm still looking into it. I may end up just keeping it on SoundCloud and paying the $7 if I can't find anything else. Because what the hell? It's $7.
That's $7 a month.
Yeah. Yeah.
Keep having me on. Make you get a few bucks.
They're sneaky like that. All right. Well, Julie, we need to have you on the show some other time in the future.
This will be up on iTunes hopefully within a week or two.
All right. Sounds good. Just look it up as starting a Riot. You can also find it on my YouTube channel, youtube.com/Nataku1224. If you look up Starting a Riot, it'll probably pop up as well. It'll be up within the next couple days. So check it out. You two have a great day. All right.
You too. Bye, Jason. Bye, Julie.
Bye.
See ya.